Thank you, Chair Latta and Ranking Member Castor, for holding this very important hearing today. As the explosion in energy demand from an increasingly digital world and AI increases energy demand dramatically, faster than our energy infrastructure can keep up, meeting this demand affordably, reliably, and in a way that balances the health of our communities, planet, its ecosystems, while ensuring grid security remains critically important to our national prosperity and our national security. And frankly, I've been very disappointed by this administration's inability to advance a coherent energy strategy that sufficiently meets this moment. Rather than encouraging the growth of cheap, reliable, renewable energy sources, the administration doubles down on increasingly expensive and inefficient fossil fuels, eliminates programs designed to reduce energy demands and help lower energy bills, and on top of this, the president's war of choice in Iran has sent energy prices soaring over the past month. Americans are now paying over $4 a gallon for gas and diesel over $5 per gallon, while 80 million Americans are struggling to pay their utility bills. And many of them are forced to choose between paying for food, medicine, housing, or keeping the lights on, as the price of each of those things have gone up and continue to rise thanks to the policies of the Trump administration. And it's this context, Mr. Secretary, that you're here to defend a budget that repeals $15.2 billion in support of a clean, reliable, renewable, and affordable energy system, plows almost $2 billion in funding to make costly upgrades to oil and natural gas plants, pipelines, and fuel storage infrastructure to extend the life of expensive-to-maintain, soon-to-be-retired gas plants, and a budget that cuts the funding for offices focused on energy innovation and novel technology to meet our energy demands. So, Mr. Secretary, yes or no? Do you believe that the federal government should help ensure that rural localities and small municipal grid operators can protect their infrastructure from cyber attacks?
Yes, we have made many of the changes in our policy specifically aimed at stopping the price rises of the previous policies and moving to more sensible policies. And yes, cybersecurity is major on our electricity grid, and we need to continue to get smarter at doing that.
And I agree with you that we need to help, particularly rural and municipal utility cybersecurity programs, and yet your budget zeroes out the rural and municipal utility cybersecurity program, and that just makes no sense to me. This is a vital program that this committee recently voiced unanimous support for that helps small and rural municipalities protect themselves against an ever-multiplying number of cybersecurity threats that could prove severely disruptive to those communities, rural communities like the ones that I represent in Virginia. They're under-resourced, they're underfunded, and this zeroing out of this budget is counterproductive to helping them keep their grid safe. Mr. Secretary, yes or no, do you agree that efforts to mitigate the impact that data centers have on regional and local grids will also help mitigate energy shortages and provide greater price stability for American families?
Yes, I agree with that.
I agree with you, and I represent the data capital center of the globe, as well as the clean energy capital of the South. And yet, as Secretary, you've overseen the cancellation of hundreds of previously awarded grants under the Inflation Reduction Act and the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. And in Virginia, that has jeopardized over $233 million in grants that are focused on everything from energy efficiency to grid reliability. And one of those grants was to study ways that grid-enhancing technology could be used to reduce the impacts of data centers on local and regional grids. And being here in the DMV area, I'm sure you have read the news how Virginia is struggling with how to balance the need for data centers, the impact that they're having on prices, the impact they're having on demand, and the impact they're having on our communities. And yet, canceling this grant makes it difficult for the Commonwealth of Virginia to meet that challenge. And so these are just two of the cuts in this budget that caused me great concern. Based on everything we've heard today, there's a lot in that budget that causes great concern. And we're gonna fight to ensure that our localities have what they need to keep the grid safe and that we meet this moment in a way that keeps energy prices affordable and reliable. I yield back.
Thank you.